So today we're going to talk about Phil Jackson. We're still on that last dance thing, all right? So I'm going to talk about Phil Jackson. Now, whenever we talk of Michael Jordan, we usually talk about how fortunate he has been being coached by a lot of great coaches, including Phil Jackson. But Phil Jackson was not always great until he was great. All right, so let's take a little trip going back. Now, let's follow Michael Jordan's history a little bit. Came from a really great program in UNC, the Tar Heels. Great program, right? Dean Smith, Roy, and yeah. Okay, so let's keep it moving. Going all the way to Chicago. Came in first year, coach left after the very first year. And then coaches started coming in. We're talking about Doug Collins, came from nowhere, obscurity. Phil Jackson came from nowhere. All right, so this is what I want to talk about. Phil Jackson was not a great coach at the time he started coaching MJ. All right, so the very first time when Phil came in after the assistant coach had retired, assistant coach to Doug Collins, who was also not a great coach. All right, he also came from NCAA. Nobody wanted to work with him until Jerry Krause, yes, the villain, the Last Dance's villain, right? Hired him, right? Because he wanted to control him. Okay, let's not get into that. Let's get back to the coaches, right? So, assistant to Doug Collins, Phil Jackson comes in, and they having this coaches meeting, and he talks to Doug Collins and talks about, the greatness of players, how a great player is actually a player that elevates his teammates. He learned that at the time he was in college. His coach and all that had told him that. This is Phil Jackson talking to Doug Collins. So Doug Collins was like, great. You know what you can do? Talk to Michael Jordan about that. Your very first one-on-one meeting. Ooh, okay, so now we're talking about Phil Jackson talking to Michael Jordan, who just came off a season dropping 37.1. I was about to say 38. 37.1 points per game. That's what he was dropping. And he was already dubbed as the best player by the better players in the league. I'm talking about Larry Bird, Magic Johnson. You know what? Clearly this dude is the best player right now in the league. So, okay. Good luck, Phil Jackson. Talking to him about you dropping 37.1 does not make the rest of your teammates better. In order for you to be great, you need to work with your teammates. You need to elevate their game for you to be great. So you're not great. Good luck. Your very first meeting. Imagine talking to Michael Jordan. Good luck. Well, I guess that meeting didn't go so bad because here we are talking about the Last Dance. They did wonders, won 6 championships together and all that. I guess the meeting didn't go so bad. I don't know what went down, but okay. So I want to give a lot of props to Michael Jordan in this whole thing. Phil Jackson too, but I want to give a lot of props to Michael Jordan agreeing or buying into Phil's philosophy, right? But at the same time, I give a lot more credit to Phil being able to manage such a player as Michael Jordan. So this is where his greatness comes in, being able to manage different personnel. And that's what he was doing. He was very good at that. We're talking about Dennis Rodman. We're talking about Scottie Pippen. We're learning having a surgery just before the season begins. That's Scottie Pippen for you. And, Dennis doing what Dennis does. And Michael Jordan being Michael Jordan, that uber aggressive, competitive player and all that to buy into the system. Now, that's great management right there. This is Phil Jackson. This is old Phil Jackson being able to control all those egos and keeping them in check. Now, and then instilling the triangle because, mind you, the triangle is not an offense that dictates who's going to get the ball. That's the type of offense that the defense that you're playing against will dictate where that ball will go. It's not necessarily that, Michael Jordan is going to end up with the ball. It wasn't like that. Now, imagine getting a player that's dropping 37.1 points per game in a season to buy into a system like that. Good luck explaining that to James Harden today. Can you imagine having a conversation with James Harden and tell him, hey, look here, man, you're not going to have the ball all the time.
Well, good luck with that.
All right, so let's go back. Let's go back to Phil Jackson and Michael Jordan. So Michael Jordan bought into that system. But then he understood, and Phil made it very clear to him that, look, there will come times when you will have to take over the game. You just got to read everything, and you will know your time. Your time will come, and you will be Michael Jordan. You will do your Jordan stuff and all that. So yeah, so Michael was able to buy into that, and this is the greatness of Phil Jackson. So I give a lot of props to Phil Jackson being able to do that, and also a lot of props to MJ, buying into that, being able to play in such a dysfunctional organization, and also allowing himself to be coached by coaches that were not so great, and then the two parties elevating and becoming great together. That's greatness. Please share and don't forget to like, and do subscribe to my channel because I need it right now. I'm stuck inside the house, so I need to do something to generate some kind of income, all right? So this might work for me, because if I can't do this, I don't know what I could do. I'm going crazy up in here, so please do subscribe. I need you, man. I need you. And drop a comment, man. Say something about this video, man.